Good day, Amherstburg. It's myself, Laura D'Alessandro.
And it's Ron Giofu from the Rivertown Times, back on the airways of 107.9 FM CKBG, the Berg, for the Rivertown Times Week in Review.
How you doing, Ron?
I'm hanging in.
You went swimming on the weekend, now you got swimmer's ear.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's probably more water in my ear than there is left in the pool, but...
So if Ron sounds a little bit out of it, it's not just typical Ron. He can't hear well.
Exactly. So if I'm going, huh? That's what's happening. I'm not just... Well, I am probably slowly losing my mind, but...
There's an excuse this week.
Yeah, it's more so I got a stuffed up left ear, so...
We'll keep everybody posted.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone will be waiting with bated breath to find out how my left ear is doing.
Turning our attention to the paper, front page story this week, the Park House is calling on the community to help raise funds to restore their pensioners' cottage on the grounds of the Park House. They have a lofty goal of, $9,000?
Yeah, that's what they're aiming for. They obviously want to make the repairs, but they also want to make sure that the whole pensioners' cottage is protected. And against the elements, there's some holes or some rotting going on. They're not quite sure how deep it goes. I mean, some of the areas aren't overly big, but when you have a historic structure that you gotta, it's not just, slapping on a new piece of wood. You gotta make sure everything matches up and looks historic, and they gotta, I guess, go in there and make sure that nothing is badly rotted on the inside as well. And so they're looking to do that, get that repaired, and just to make everyone familiar, the Pensioners Cottage is the smaller detached building at the rear of the Park House Museum. There's of course, the main building that faces Dalhousie Street, but it's just a smaller cottage in the back. It's only one of only two pensioners' cottages left in Amherstburg. Of course, the other being at Fort Malden National Historic Site of Canada. But again, the one at the Park House is still there. It actually houses the original printing press for the Amherstburg Echo. And no, I wasn't at the Echo at the time when they were using it. I know you're thinking it, but
beat me to it.
But no, it is still in there, and it still works. So they have volunteers who know how to use it and how to print things off of it. So they're looking to get that repaired. They're having a barbecue from 11 till 3 on August the 30th. So if you're in and around the Park House at 214 Dalhousie, stop on by. I'm sure they'd love to see you. And if you can't make it, or if you just want to donate, they accept donations at www.parkhousemuseum.com/donate. Or they have a link, or they have a GoFundMe page. It's called Restore Our Historic Pensioners Cottage. So if you want to search for that, the link is in the story on the front page of this week's RTT, as well as on the website. And we also posted a few photos last week about it. So the link is also contained on there on our social media. So make sure you click on that. They're up to about only $350 so far, but I'm sure they're looking for more and would welcome your donation. So if you have a couple bucks to spend and want to help restore a historic building in Amherstburg, feel free. I'm sure the Park House Museum would love to hear from you.
Yeah, I have to say I'm a little disappointed that they've only raised $350. Amherstburg supports so many great things, and when the call to action gets put out, people usually step up and donate. So hopefully with us talking about it and you putting it on the front page, we can get some things moving, because the Park House, without them, we'd be missing a big piece of Amherstburg history. So I really employ people to come out and donate. And like Ron said, there's a barbecue on the 30th, but if you can't come, please find a way to donate and give back. And go check it out. It's really cool in there. And the Park House does lots of amazing things throughout the summer and into the fall. So be sure to check out the Park House.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, maybe people are donating more so through the website itself, or dropping in directly to the museum. But any and all donations count. And they'll, as Laura said, they do a lot of great programming there, and anything from tours to exhibits and various other things going on. And I know we also have coverage this week of their most recent Music Off the Back Porch. This month, was Linda Gerard and Foxy Doe. They put on a great show and actually had really good attendance, so I was pleased to see that. And the next Music Off the Back Porch is September 5th with Compass Rose and the Bluegrass Boys. And I know I'm sure we'll plug that in the coming weeks, but that has a special start time on September 5th of 5:30 p.m. Usually starts at 6, but as we get later in the season, they're going to bump it up a half hour to 5:30. Obviously, the days are getting shorter and the temperatures may be getting cooler. It still should be, I would imagine, hopefully nice weather on September 5th. But they're going to play it safe and start it at 5:30.
Well, and if things take a turn for us at the paper, maybe we could work out of the pensioners' cottage.
We could. Yeah, you never know. Yeah, and just the printing press is right there. So,
take you back to your original days, eh?
Exactly, yeah. And I'll draw the images instead of taking pictures and stuff like that.
Sketching.
Exactly, yeah.
Work is coming to Concession 8 North after Town Council approved the tender for a project at last week's council meeting.
Yeah, it's going to go from Alma Street to, I believe, 680 meters north of Texas Road. Now, I know that you're probably wondering, okay, why not just do at least up to the Middle Side Road? Well, they're waiting on an environmental assessment, or an EA, for a McGregor sewage lagoon project, and it sounds like that could impact the road, or at least go across the road. So they don't. It sounds like the plan is, not to, redo a road and potentially have to carve up part of it for another project. So they're going to just do it in stages, and they're going to get part of the work done. And so the tender was approved last week, and it could start later this month or early September. And there's a construction crews are working in other areas, and so they're going to finish that up, and then they're going to head over to Concession 8 North and hopefully tick off another, or check off, I should say, another project on their list. And I know there's residents in other areas looking for work. I know a few weeks ago we talked about Concession 6 North, and that needs some work too. So, I mean, there's some roadways out there that are in dire need of repair, and sounds like they're working through at least some of them. But hopefully they can find the money and get some more road work done in Amherstburg, because some of the roads in the rural areas are kind of starting to fall apart a little bit, and so they need some attention, and Concession 8 is going to get it this year.
Council has also given the go-ahead for a new signage project, and it's going to pertain to 2 different signage programs put on by the Royal Canadian Legion Branch 157.
Yeah, the first one will be at the Legion itself. The Legion sign is going to get refurbished, the wooden sign out in front of the branch.
Is it going to be digital?
It is, yeah, and it's like you probably have noticed it. It's got the manual sign. You can replace individual letters. That's coming out, and they're going to put a digital sign in its place.
Oh, exciting!
It's like the actual area is actually what the sign is going to be. It's actually going to be smaller than what the current one is, because like the one goes from about halfway down the sign all the way down to the ground. This one's going to go from halfway down to about, I don't know, maybe 3/4 down.
Oh wow!
And there's going to be some at the bottom. It's going to be open, so that's basically what I'm trying to get at. There's a rendering in this week's RTT on I believe page 3. The rendering that was on the public council agenda on the most recent meeting, and shows you an idea of what the sign's going to look like and how big it's going to be, and they're still fundraising for it.
They're leaving the top part.
They're going to leave the top part, and they're going to restore it and fix it up and bring it back to its original state, and then put a digital sign underneath it, and then get that done. As I say, they're still fundraising for it, so if you want to donate towards the Legion sign, I'm sure they'll be happy to accept your donation. And the second one is, the second program is a more of a banner type sign. It's going to have pictures of veterans, their ranks, their service, and they're going to be put up around along Sandwich Street South.
There's 25?
Yeah, there's 25, at least for the first go-around. I think they're going to try to expand the project in future years, and they're going to work with families to get permission and get their information posted to the signs, and they're going to go up on light posts along Sandwich Street South. They were going to do Dalhousie, but the time it's going to be in and around the Remembrance Day holiday, the Remembrance Day commemorations, and with river lights decorations. They don't want too much on one pole. They're going to go from about, I think, Maple Avenue down to Park Street. There's about 25 light poles in there along Sandwich Street South, and they're going to go up probably a week or two before Remembrance Day and stay up for maybe a couple weeks afterward. And they're going to, again, pay tribute to our veterans, who they were, where they served, what their ranks were, and with the phrase "Lest we forget" on the signs. And they're going to go up, and so the Legion got approval for that. They're going to, again, go up around Remembrance Day, a little bit before Remembrance Day, and it's going to be, from Maple Avenue in that area down to Park Street. So those are the 2 Legion sign projects. On the banner one, for those who have been to Wheatley, they have some banners hanging in that community commemorating their veterans and honoring their vets. And it's going to be a similar style theme to that. So for those kind of wondering, what exactly it's going to look like, if you've ever been to Wheatley, check those out, because a similar style project is coming to Amherstburg.
I haven't been to Wheatley to see theirs, but I know where we vacation in northern Michigan, they do this on the light poles. And it's a great thing to see when you drive by, and it has, like you said, the years of service, their photo, and it's just, it's the least we could do.
Exactly. Yeah, it's always a great time to honor our veterans. They served our country well.
Is this something they're fundraising for? How is the cost being covered? Do you know yet, Ron?
I would have to double check on that. I think we could probably, I'm sure the Legion would accept any and all donations. I know they're going to work with families on it. I do not believe there's any real expense to the town on this. I mean, they might be supplying the brackets and the labor to put them up, but this is a Legion project that the town council has agreed to.
Good stuff. Council is looking to continue their talks with Tourism Windsor Essex Pelee Island, TWEPI, and the City of Windsor regarding a proposed municipal accommodation tax, MAT.
Yeah, so it's they talked about it earlier this year, and they're going to continue the conversations and of possibly teaming with TWEPI and the City of Windsor on a MAT, which is, again, municipal accommodation tax, and or the town is possibly even looking at it going alone. And the concept behind it is, at least the idea would be, guests would come in, stay at a bed and breakfast, stay at a hotel, stay at an Airbnb, and they would be charged the MAT tax, and that would be remitted back to their municipality and or Windsor and TWEPI, depending on how the split is. Those funds would help pay for tourism initiatives. And apparently it's done all over the world. I know Mayor Prue a few months ago said, he's traveled and paid it before in other countries and other municipalities. And that could be coming to Amherstburg, and at least the conversation is going to continue with Tourism Windsor Essex Pelee Island, or TWEPI for short, and the City of Windsor, and they're going to see what that could look like and whether or not it actually could come to the town of Amherstburg.
Well, my presence was not needed at the Mission Golf Tournament because they actually golfed. It's amazing. When I stay away, good things happen.
Yeah, your black cloud didn't follow you, and it didn't rain.
It didn't. The Mission held their 15th annual golf tournament at Dominion last Saturday, and they raised over $10,000.
They had about 48 golfers, but they got a lot of hole sponsors, they got banner sponsors, and they were able to raise a good chunk of money for the Mission, which, of course, always needs it. The Mission, as we know, is a volunteer-run organization, and they do great things. They help feed members of our community that need it, and they have a hot meal program every day. They have a baby food program. They have a food bank, and they have a lot of stuff happening under their location at 298 Victoria Street South. And the Mission Golf Tournament helped out a lot. I know, congratulations to Paul McAllister, who helped organize it, and everyone who helped him. And, of course, Paul is the son of Tim McAllister, Tim and Violet McAllister. Tim, of course, being the president of the Amherstburg Food and Fellowship Mission. And Violet does an absolutely ton of work around the mission as well. They're both quite dedicated to the cause. And I know they have a loyal team of volunteers and that help out as well. Because, I mean, they're one of the many organizations in town and in Essex County that depend on volunteers, and they're able to do a lot of things and have a lot of programming through their volunteers. So congratulations to the Mission and the $10,000 raised for the programs at the Mission. And hopefully they can get even more golfers next year. Again, they had about 48, and hopefully they can build on that in the years to come.
Turning our attention to sports, the first annual Amherstburg Summer Baseball Classic was held last weekend, and the Amherstburg Cardinals U8 select team won it all.
Absolutely. It was a 3-team tournament. Amherstburg was, of course, the host of the tournament. The Essex Yellow Jackets and the Woodsley Orioles came into town and provided some stiff competition for our U8 team. But it was Amherstburg coming out on top. They actually won back-to-back games over Woodsley to win the championship. I caught a little over one game. I saw they played a 2 o'clock game, and I was able to catch the tail end of that because I was at the Gibson Gallery covering a reception there. But I caught the tail end of the semifinal game, I guess you'd call it, and they ended up playing it again. Wheatley and Amherstburg again played in the finals, and the Cardinals won 11-6 to capture the championship. So great job of the coaches, the players, and I know it was a pretty big deal to the boys, and the gloves were flying in the air as they were celebrating at Bill Weigel Park. And again, a championship for Amherstburg Minor Baseball, specifically the U8 Select team.
Congratulations to them. The Amherstburg Admirals are hitting the ice with training camp this weekend at the Vollmer in LaSalle.
Yeah, the ice is still going in at the Libro Center here in Amherstburg. So they've booked the ice at the Vollmer this weekend. So I'm sure if you want to check out what the team could possibly look like, you can head over to the Vollmer. I think it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I believe the schedule is. I would check the Admiral's social media and their website for more information on exactly when they take the ice at the Vollmer in LaSalle. But don't worry, they'll be back in the Libro soon enough. Exhibition action coming up, and I know in September they start the regular season. And we'll be all over that as we usually are when it comes to Admirals hockey. It's great to have a Junior C program here in Amherstburg, and hopefully they can build on what they did last year, and they got into the playoffs and won some games there. So hopefully they can keep working and put the rest of the Stobbs division on notice. And as usual, they got some stiff competition with Essex, Lakeshore, and a lot of the other teams in the area. But the Admirals are working hard, both players and management, to put the best product on the ice possible.
I can't believe we're here already.
Exactly, yeah.
I feel like I just thawed out from Buffalo.
Exactly, yeah. If it warms you back up, I can talk baseball again.
Oh, yeah.
The U9s were in action 3 times last week. They unfortunately suffered a couple losses out at Malden Center Park last week, but they bounced back against Chatham Monday night. I get back at Bill Weigel Park. They won that game, and they're in OBAs in Dresden this weekend, so good luck to the U9s as they march forward and in search for an OBA championship.
Farm Fest was held this past weekend during open air, and the town has 2 more themed weekends planned coming up.
I know they had Clydesdales, they had live animals. I know we have a youngster petting a llama in this week's RTT. And they had all kinds of farm-themed stuff. I believe there was a pie competition. I know
line dancing?
I think line dancing was there, and I know our Fred Groves was down there, and he was covering it for us. And
I think I saw Molly Allaire's son on a pedal tractor, too.
I think so, yeah.
Races or something.
And this weekend is Latin Fest, and next weekend is the weekend after that, I should say. This coming weekend is Latin Fest, and the Rest and Relax weekend is the weekend following. That's the last weekend of
the long weekend.
The long weekend is Labor Day weekend, and of course that will be the last of the open air weekends for the 2025 season. And more information on that on these upcoming themed weekends for open air and any other tourism initiative here in the town of Amherstburg. www.visitamherstburg.ca.
The rest and relaxation weekend. Are you just going to go lay in the park?
Yeah, pretty
just
much.
Lay
yeah.
in the grass.
Yeah, a very kind person, maybe you. But,
I doubt it.
But got me a nice Adirondack chair, so for my yard, maybe I'll traipse downtown with that, and I'll just plop my rear end in the middle of the intersection at Richmond Dalhousie and kind of kick back and relax, and let
Take
people
it all in.
Let people wonder, why is he from the
Is he
paper
all
sitting
right?
in the middle of the street?
I went to Latin Fest last year, and I loved it. It was a lot of fun. Those people are talented, and to hear that music fill the streets downtown, it was great. So if you get a chance, check them out this weekend. Also this weekend, Art by the River, it's back. I don't want to say what year it is, but I think it's...
I believe it's 58.
58? Is it really that long? Yeah, you're right. 58th annual.
And no, I didn't cover the first one.
They have a big ad on page 9 highlighting everything that's going to be happening. So that's Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 5 at Fort Malden. Admission is $8 or 2 for $15, and children 12 and under are free with an adult. Lots of fun things going on. I see now they're having a shuttle. The list of locations is on the ad in the paper on page 9. I know you'll be down there. I'll be down there. I employ people to be careful. Every year I get stung by a bee, so be on alert. The bees will be bad. Yeah. But it's always fun to go down, and they work so hard all year, I know, at the Gibson Gallery to put this on, and people come from all over the place to check out Art by the River, so be sure to stop by.
Yeah, they have entertainment both days. Riley Varney, the Velvet Groove, and they're going to have Magic Spectacular in the Kids Fun Zone.
Is that you?
Yeah, they're going to make me disappear.
Oh, jeez.
Here comes a photographer guy from the RTT. Let's get him out.
Let's make him disappear. I think about that every day.
Hey, I bet you do. There's going to be a plein air art competition. And again, lots of fun stuff happening both days this weekend at Art by the River, 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. both days at Fort Malden National Historic Site. And again, if you're worried about parking or you just don't feel like driving downtown,
park at Ron's.
Or better idea, you can park at the Senior Center at where the Golden Age Club meets. That, of course, is 179 Victoria Street South. And they're having the shuttle service from there, courtesy of Amherstburg GM. And this one cautionary note about that is the shuttles are not equipped with child safety seats. So, but if you don't have a child in need of a child safety seat, you're welcome to take the free shuttle from the Golden Age Club location at 179 Victoria.
Also this weekend on Sunday from 8 to 3, the Southern Ontario Vintage Bicycle Show put on by Mark and Corey McGuire. That's at 6871 Concession 6 North. That's going to be on Sunday from 8 to 3. That's a free event if you wanted to go out and check that out. Are you going to swing by and
the RTT will be providing coverage of the event.
You can't ride a bike. That's why you're not going.
Well, I prefer to be on 4 wheels. You don't want to see me on 2.
Unicycle.
Exactly, yeah. But it's a buy, sell, trade event, or if you just want to go check out some cool old bikes, they'll have plenty of displays there as well. They do have a museum on site. If you can't make it on Sunday, I'm sure they'd still be glad to hear from you and take you for a tour of the vintage bicycle museum they have there on the McGuire property on Concession 6 North.
Also, next week, hard to believe, it's our back to school / Labor Day issue. I don't know how we got here so fast. So we are running a special feature to send the kids back in style. It's going to be $65 for a full color business card size ad. And we're going to have a special feature with a coloring page and all that fun stuff next week in that issue. So if you're interested in advertising with us, please let me know by Thursday, tomorrow at 4 p.m. And also with deadlines with the holiday coming up, the deadlines for is it the 4th issue, September the 4th?
I believe it's the 3rd.
The September the 3rd issue will be next Thursday because we will be closed on the Monday. So.
Absolutely, yeah, we'll be closed Labor Day week. Well, we're closed on the Labor Day Monday. And the office itself is closed every weekend, Saturday and Sunday, but that Labor Day will be closed as well on the Monday. So again, advanced deadlines for that week's paper.
Well, here we are. It's hard to believe we've come this far. It's almost the end of summer. You know, we said this how many weeks ago? 8 weeks ago that we would be here real fast, and here we are. So we're staring down the barrel of shorter days and cooler temperatures. But it's been a great summer. It's been one of our best at the RTT.
I think so. So again, thank you to the community for its support as always. We're in our 30th anniversary year, but again, we appreciate the support every single year. So. Thanks to Amherstburg and the surrounding communities and for checking us out. And make sure you pick up your paper this week again. Our drivers, Louise and Ashley, are going around the community stocking up newspaper boxes. And we're hitting Amherstburg, Essex, Harrow, and LaSalle. And we're going to be in stores as well. So make sure you pick up your print edition, or you can read us online at www.rivertowntimes.com.
Okay, have a great day, Amherstburg.
Have a great day, have a great week, and we'll see you back here on the airwaves of 107.9 FM, the Berg, CKBG, next Wednesday at 12 noon, and the replay at 4:30 p.m.